Hey guys, DJ Jack back with you here once again, real quick with another video. And in this video, I went last night to see the Bob Dylan, A Complete Unknown movie. And I want to say that I thought this is my review, and there might be some spoilers in here, so please back away if you have not seen A Complete Unknown yet. But I want to say the movie was really great. And the design and everything, Screen Rant Pictures and what you call it, 20th Century Studios did a very good job with this Bob Dylan movie, and the design and everything of the costumes and the way the technology was in the movie definitely brought me back to like we were in the 60s and stuff. It definitely brought me back to that timeline where the movie took place in 64 and 65. Definitely was well done like that, with the technology and everything in the with the design of the movie and stuff. So for people who haven't seen it, please back up because I have the spoiler now here. Let's get into the spoiler. Bob Dylan, there are some controversies back in the day, back in that day, because Bob Dylan was dating two women at the same time. He was dating a girl named Joan, who he was on tour with singing, who he met when he was first started out as an artist and stuff. And then he was dating another girl in New York where he was recording his music and stuff, or where he was writing his music. And he was with this team and stuff. It was really cool. It was also with this group, like with Johnny Cash was part of, and a few other guys he was hooked up with. The people that he was working for wanted folk music, but he was more rock and roll, and they did not see it the same way and stuff, because they were he was working with folk people, like folk recorders, because they were always used to folk music before rock and roll came into thing, and they're used to and he wasn't, and it made a lot of people upset at the very end, because he was performing a song that people did not like, that didn't sound like it was Bob Dylan's voice. But him and the girl Joan that he dated back in, I think they said she dated him from like 64 to 66 or something, and then he dated the other girl, Suze, from 61 to 64, and then they eventually went their own ways. And Bob Dylan was a little hurt by Susan, but overall it was a great story. And the way that he would like all the records, did a really great job, and kind of saw the beginning where he started off with in the hospital playing for the Woody something like singer who passed away, like who he wrote the Woody song about. Everything about the movie, I think, was just great. The story was a little intense because of how Bob Dylan back in the day, as a rock star, you all know, dated two women at the same time, basically. And one he broke up with both of them at the very end of the movie. But overall, the performance-wise, where he was performing with Johnny Cash, getting to see Johnny Cash in the movie, totally looked very great. The guy that played Johnny Cash was amazing. The whole entire movie was just well done by the technology and the way that the design looked in the movie. I have positive things to say about that, and I thought the movie definitely did a really good job with explaining the story about Bob Dylan. I love Bob Dylan's music. Like I said, I did my review a while ago about Bob Dylan. I love Bob Dylan's music, but I really want to say I also really like his this movie too, with the design and how it brought back him as a teenager. And we all, even though he was a very heavy smoker and a very heavy drinker back then, it was very well known in those days. As you all know, it was the 60s, so that's when drinking and smoking was very big. But I would say that overall, the Bob Dylan movie, A Complete Unknown, was very good. And I give you 2 thumbs up, as I think it was amazing. I think they did a great... Screen Rant and 20th Century Studios did a great movie. It should be coming to either Disney Plus and Hulu sometime later this year at some point. We don't know exactly when, but some point later this year. That's most likely be the 2 streaming services it will end up on, because it's a 20th Century and Screen Rant Pictures, and most 20th Century projects and Screen Rant normally go to Disney Plus and Hulu, so most likely A Complete Unknown will be available on those streaming service, most likely. But we'll see. We'll see when they come out and they get released. So thank you. Hit the subscribe button. We'll talk later. Thanks.